Hi, Jules here for Talk to Me Tuesday on Friday, November, I don't know, 16th. So I didn't make a video last week because I was busy getting ready to go to festival in Houston. And I didn't get one done this week because I was crazy busy at work after having been out of the office for a festival in Houston. So I'm just going to do a quick recap of stuff I bought, I guess. Meanwhile, we are in the project room and it is in utter chaos because I am in the process of doing more rearranging. I finally made the decision to take the frame down and the quilting frame down and set it back up at 5 feet instead of 10 feet because I was going insane. It was literally driving me nuts. So I want to be able to get to my design wall. I want to be able to get to the window. I want to be able to have room to move over here in front of my sewing area. So I finally just said, you know what, I checked the measurements on all the quilt tops that I have done that are waiting to be quilted. All of them are small enough to be done on the 5-foot frame. I had bought the 10-foot leaders, or 9-foot leaders, I guess. And I will have to, you know, I tend to float my tops, so I don't really use the rail that's for the top of the quilt. So I think I'm going to take one of the leaders and just cut it in half, basically, to use on my Velcro so that I still have Velcro leaders. Let's look at some stuff. So, I actually don't do much in the way of Christmas decorating or crafting. However, Patrick Lowe's Fabrics, they had some really adorable retro looking stuff. I wanted to get something for a coworker who had been instrumental in getting Phoebe an interview for a job, which she got, and is now working at Kohl's. And so I wanted a thank you gift, and she's just really started getting into making her own skirts, and she made a bunch of Halloween skirts out of cute Halloween quilting fabric. And for the month of October, and she's just gotten into crafting and stuff, sewing, since she used to do back in like middle school, but now she's gotten really into it again. And so I got her this awesome retro kit because she likes retro stuff too. This is actually for placemats, but it has actually like a pre-pinned. Oh, the only thing this kit is missing is the batting. So I got her this. It's called Merry Memories Placemats Kit. There was so much cute stuff, y'all. So much cute stuff. At the same place, I also bought some yardage for myself. So I bought a 1 yard cut of the Christmas tree lights and of the Christmas stars in green. And they also gave us a bandana, which I've already washed. And it's still kind of stiff, but with a really cute print on it, which will at some point probably be cut up and used in a quilt, but who knows, maybe not. I do wear bandanas when I clean, on the rare occasions when I clean. The four of us, Jen and Dominique and Amber and myself, we each bought 2 yards of fabric, and then Jennifer cut it into, I guess, 1 yard, or she divided it into pairs, and so that we could each, she cut the fabric to where we could each make 2 pillowcases, and this is the fabric that I ended up with, which I think some of it was Amber's. This I think was Jennifer's with the owls. I couldn't pass up owls. Glitter, which I'm assuming was Amber. And I think this one was mine. No, this one was Dominique's. I think this one was Dominique's, and this was one of mine. So basically Jennifer cut them up to where they, and Matt put them together into sort of pillowcase kits. So now I got to get my pillowcases done. The other thing I bought is from a store called Tea Time Quilting. I bought this panel, which in May, when I went to the festival that came here to the convention center, or not convention center, to the state fairgrounds, I had bought the Stonehenge solar system panel to do a quilt for my nephew's stepson, who's in kindergarten this year. His 2 stepkids are the only ones I haven't done, because they were older. I haven't done quilts for them because the other ones I did when they were born. So I want to get the 2 older kids quilts also. Maddie turned 14, I think, this year. And then Braden's in kindergarten, and he loves everything to do with space and the solar system. So I bought the solar system panel, but of course it's small and I have to add to it. Well, I saw this panel, and it's going to go really well with it because I'm just going to cut it up. See, it has the planets, and it even says what they are, like dwarf planet. It even has ones I'd never even heard of. Dwarf planet of the Kuiper Belt. It's got Eris, a dwarf planet. So it's even got extra planets that I didn't even know existed. It's got the moon. Anyway, I'm going to cut these up and intersperse with some spacey looking fabric to do a border all the way around. I think that'll be fun. And so that's on the horizon somewhere once I decide on the rest of the fabric that I want to use for that. But I think that would make a really nice frame for the other panel. And then my other cool purchase was, I don't know if you guys ever saw thread cutters when they were on Shark Tank and they got their deal, but this guy had invented this thing for cutting fishing line when he was fishing. I remember watching it and going, oh my god, that would be so perfect for like when you're sewing or like doing hand embroidery or anything where you don't necessarily want to have to go grab scissors or have scissors hanging around your neck. It's a ring. It's a ring, and it's adjustable because this one has a little a Velcro strap. And both sides have a cutter inside. This one is, he had some really blingy ones with rhinestones and things. This one glows in the dark, and as we all know, Jules loves things that glow in the dark. So, like I'm going to be doing embroidery in the dark. I don't know. I don't know. It was just cool, okay? So yeah, it's perfect. You can actually, because it's a Velcro strap, I can even strap it onto like the handlebar here or somewhere on my sewing machine on the frame. Now he's made ones that can be mounted. So I tried these out. These are retractable, so they're on kind of like the lanyards that have the retractable thing. So you could like hook it onto a buttonhole or something and have it attached to you, or you could have it on your bag, attached to your bag, or attached to your sewing machine or whatever. There's a carabiner clip there, and then the cord is retractable, and the snips worked. I tried them out on yarn, on thread. They're great. So I got a deal because I bought both. But I have to clean up this mess before I can do anything else. I got to make a space for the AccuQuilt, and once I get that ready to go, I'm going to start cranking out all the pre-cuts for the Project Linus Mystery Quilt, which I basically stopped after the first week because I have everything cut out over here ready to go for the second week, but I got busy with Halloween and all that jazz, so that never got finished. So anyway, I also test drove like all of the mid-arms and even some long arms while I was there. Because you hear all this stuff online, but it's just not the same until you try it out for yourself. So now I have a better idea of which ones I really am interested in, and you know, whether I want to look for one that's like lightly used, or a demo machine or something like that, when it becomes available in the area. Now I have a better idea of what I want, so that's pretty cool. Oh my god, it was so fun, yo. It was so much fun. But it was so much fun, and if you're anywhere near any of the other shows, go, because it's so inspiring. Some of the quilts, well, all of them were just so amazing, but the one, they have all these award-winning quilts on display. Half of the space is like a museum, and it's like you're going through a gallery, and you get to see all these beautiful, and every technique imaginable. And it's really interesting, you know, because you think you might know what techniques they used, and then you read, they have the description of it and who did it, and you read about it, and you're like, oh wow, I never would have guessed that that's what they did. So, like I said, truly an inspiring visit, and just overwhelming the amount of vendors. I mean, oh my gosh, just so much stuff. You could go crazy. You could go crazy and you could spend like all the money in that place. I feel like I was very restrained considering, you know, what I bought, but this is it. And gosh, I'm just still overwhelmed with the entire trip. It was just amazing, and I'm just playing catch up at work now, but it was totally worth it. Totally worth it. So if you can go to a big show, whether it's Paducah or Chicago or California, if you can go to a really big show, one of these big touring shows, do it. Just find a way and do it, and you will be glad you did. I'm still in the process of catching up, watching your videos. I think I'm almost done with last week's videos. I will try to get a video done next week, but I look forward to watching the ones I haven't watched yet. I hope everybody has a crafty rest of the week, crafty weekend, and a good week, and I will see you next week. Bye!